So Jalen Royals could potentially be the future of the Kansas City Chiefs, and there's a lot of reasons why I'm saying that. Now, I'm sorry if I keep showing the same OTA clips, but until some new ones release, this is what I have to go with, but new ones should release soon. But Jalen Royals, I believe he's the future of the Kansas City Chiefs. The reason why I say that is because he's a perfect Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver. I mean, he's a big framed wide receiver, but even though with his big frame, he's very, very quick. He's very fluid in his route running, and he's also a yard out to catch beast. So that's what Andy Reid looks for in his wide receivers. Now, if you have to ask me a receiver that Jalen Royals remind me of, I'll have to go with Rashee Rice. And I know that sounds crazy because Rashee Rice is on the team, but that's the truth. Like, it would definitely be Rashee Rice. I feel like Jalen Royals remind me of Rashee Rice, big wide receiver who can create a lot of space and get a lot of yards after the catch. And that's why I believe Jalen Royals has a huge future in the Chiefs team. Now, Hollywood Brown, I think he's on, 1 year right now. But Hollywood Brown, he's been a very good player, no doubt. But his future with the Kansas City Chiefs is uncertain, especially because he's an older wide receiver. Rashee Rice, he has a future with the Kansas City Chiefs, no doubt. Worthy, future with the Kansas City Chiefs, no doubt. But Royals is the future of the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I know y'all probably like, bro, you overhyping this dude bad. But I don't even think I am. I think Jalen Royals is more talented than Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy, if you ask me. I know y'all probably like, bro, what? Maybe not Rashee Rice, but I think he's more talented than Xavier Worthy for sure. And I have to say that Worthy's not talented because Worthy's very talented. But Royals is also a very talented wide receiver. I feel like Jalen Royals could have went in the second round. And he's an absolute steal, and Brett Veach cooked again with another wide receiver. We've been doing good with these rookie wide receivers in these past years. Rice having an amazing first season. Worthy having an amazing first season. I expect Jalen Royals to continue the trend. I mean, you never know what could happen. Rice can still get suspended or injured, God forbid. Xavier Worthy could get injured, God forbid. So we're going to need guys like Jalen Royals to step up. And I believe if that was to happen, one of them dudes get injured, Jalen Royals could easily step up and give you a great season. I'm hoping for a season with no injuries, but still. But there's no doubt that Jalen Royals is the future, man. And I keep saying it because it's the honest truth. I mean, the Chiefs, they did land one of the biggest steals of the 2025 NFL draft when they selected Jalen Royals. And that's just my honest opinion. I mean, they got him at the back end of the fourth round, which is unbelievable. I mean, Royals might struggle to establish himself in a crowded wide receiver room as a rookie, but he projects as a massive part of Kansas City's future plans, and you can't tell me that he doesn't. Fans, they have to remain realistic with their expectations for Royals' rookie season because he is a fourth-round selection joining a room with 3 established playmakers and multiple contributors. But no one should panic if Royals turns in a quiet year because of opportunities to break out loom on the horizon. But if he was to play like more than he should, I promise he'll go crazy. No doubt. I promise he'll go crazy. Hollywood Brown, Jason Brownlee, Travis Kelce, Scott Moore, Nico Remigio, Justin Ross, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Tyquan Thornton are all free agents after the upcoming season. And the Chiefs have the opportunity to completely reset their depth at their pass catching positions and redistribute the offense's targets. So that's something to look out for as well. And then additionally, only 2 years remain on Rashee Rice's cost-effective rookie contract. And if the Chiefs do take any inspiration from how the Steelers handled George Pickens, they might offload Rice for picks or just let him walk. And an extension could be unlikely for him, bro, because, a lot of lingering maturity concerns, so you don't know how that could go. I would love for us to extend Rashee Rice, and I'm just saying it's not guaranteed, So this clears the way for Royals to star alongside Xavier Worthy as Patrick Mahomes' top targets going into 2026 and 2027. But I would love for it to be a future trio of Rice, Worthy, and Royals. That's how I would want it to be. Royals definitely offers the athletic blend to fill multiple roles in Kansas City's offense. He's an explosive athlete, no doubt, with the burst to stack cornerbacks early in routes. He has the long speed to finish them big plays in the end zone. I mean, Royals, he definitely deploys some excellent route fakes, and he manipulates the cornerback's leverage with his route stem to create favorable space. No doubt about that. And Royals, he's just much more than a vertical threat. He's not just a vertical threat. He's roughly the same size as Rice. He might not offer as much contact balance, but he provides excellent value. That's on short routes and, scheme touches. His acceleration is up there. His speed make him a threat to turn shallow crossing routes or slants in the big games, just like Rice. And Rashee Rice received most of the offense's low-depth targets in 2024. So Chiefs fans shouldn't really expect splashy, crazy numbers from Royals in 2025, but they should definitely feel excited about what he's going to do in the future, because I'm excited, and I know Jalen Royals is a playmaker, and I know he's somebody that's going to be very, very good in this NFL, in this National Football League, and I have high hopes for the guy. I've been had high hopes for the guy. Even when he was in college, I knew he was a great player, man, because I seen it in him. I seen what he was doing. And he was doing great in college, so I don't see how it doesn't translate to the NFL, especially the way his play style is. Usually them guys, they play styles usually translate to the NFL pretty fine. And the Chiefs, they have remained one of the most consistent NFL for the last 7 years. The offense has remained potent for 2 reasons, and that's Mahomes and obviously the brilliant coaching and play calling from the head coach, Andy Reid. And like I said, man, there's no shortage of young playmakers on the roster. You got Worthy, you got Rashee Rice. The wide receiver room has impressive talent, but they're just scratching the surface of what it could truly become. And it does look like a group that could be ready to surprise people, but we're going to need Patrick Mahomes to ease the turnover-worthy plays, and that's just the honest truth. But like I said, Jalen Royals could easily help with that, man. He could easily help with that. He's a 2-time All-Mountain West honoree, and he broke the single-season touchdown reception record in program history during the 2024 season. He could have a key role on the roster this season. I'm telling you, it could be either a kick returner or slowly phasing Hollywood Brown out of the starting slot rotation. He's intriguing, man. He's a high-ceiling player. And he could open up a lot of things for the Chiefs offense. There's no doubt about that. But like I said, man, Royals, he's going to be known for his run-after-catch ability because it's really good. His run-after-catch ability is really good. It was the best. It was among the best of the wide-out prospects in this year's draft. He has an amazing second and third gear in the open field to create after the catch and run away from defenders. He has great short area quickness, great change of direction, amazing lateral agility, and he also has an impressive balance. And he's just a very good player, man. And you're gonna see it. He's very hard to tackle as well. He's gonna be very, very fun, I'm telling you. And once the ball is in his hands, man, he becomes a true weapon after the catch. And I don't know who does it better with the yards after the catch, him or Rice. I don't know who does it better, but Royals, I'm telling you, he's a smooth, dynamic athlete who plays with great body control. And I think he is also a pretty solid route runner. He's an underrated route runner as well. So I think he's amazing. And I think he's going to be a very fun player, honestly. But if you enjoyed this video, man, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about Jalen Royals in the comments. And your boy Chiefs already. I'm out. Peace.